All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to EPR. Today, we have a special Thanksgiving episode where we are not going to have an interview with our guest. We just want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your drive home from work today, or maybe you already have the day off or you're already visiting with family, which would be wonderful. But have a great day tomorrow with family and friends and eating good food. Take a time, if you do have time to listen to the podcast, go ahead and listen to some old ones. We've got how many? 100 episodes for you to listen
We're
to.
getting close. Yeah, it's almost there. It's wild.
So we are grateful for you, and Nick and I are just grateful that we still get along after all this time.
It's totally true.
Grateful for our volunteers. So Kara is on hiatus while she is starting her new job, but she'll be back with us. And she's still helping a little bit behind the scenes, but she'll be back with us more frequently. And we have Sam here. And so we are super grateful to have her editing help and all her good ideas. And also grateful for our podcast engineers who help us put this podcast together. NAEP, all of our sponsors. And
Yeah.
Nick, I'm forgetting someone.
Hannah, don't forget Hannah for all our social media
Hannah,
posts and
yes.
everything.
Exactly.
So
Hannah's like a
gotta give her a
ghost.
shout
She
out too.
just does her thing, posts this stuff for us.
And it's
Appreciate it.
brilliant. And it's brilliant. I love it.
I'm sure we're forgetting someone. And just our guests. Thank you so much to all the guests that we have on the show. It's so much fun getting to know everybody. I don't know. I could go on. Nick, what else do I need to
No,
talk
yeah.
about?
No, I think that's great. Like I say, we've had a really fun time with the show. It's been a really great year for the show. Continues to grow, and we're really, really thankful for that. We're really thankful for your listeners. You know, people listening to the show is the reason why we do it, and our feedback's been overwhelmingly positive. We love that, and it's really good motivation for us to keep doing it. So thank you to those of you that are listening. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, and our new partners. So we are growing. Esri is becoming more of an actual partner, and Accra is also going to be more involved next year. Sierra with the Green Obsidian. So we're just really grateful too for the relationships we've started building through the podcast also.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Yeah. All right. So here's a couple minutes of us rambling a little bit, and feel free to just turn us off and eat some pumpkin pie.
And it's a really good point. And actually, ironically, so Sam's boss, Courtney, who works for me, her and I were talking yesterday. She basically pulled me out of me being a sourpuss, and just looking at the positive side of things. And there's always a positive side, always. And I'm usually pretty good at that. Like I wake up every day optimistic. I genuinely do. I'm like,
Oh,
today's
that
the
must be
day. Things
nice.
will happen. It's great. But like there's lots of stuff that takes it away. so
Yeah. We're
so
like
we're three
opposite.
days
I woke
in,
up
3
really
hours in.
grumpus, and then I have to
Yeah.
talk myself into looking at the positive side.
Right. Well, it's funny. Like it's like almost like I'm looking for the bad stuff sometimes. Like I do the opposite of that. Like I'm literally
Right.
like, yeah, this is what a great day. I wonder how it'll go wrong. Like, I was like, why
Right.
do I think that second thing? I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I do. And yeah, it's
Yeah. I'm
not.
totally the opposite. I'm like, oh my God, life sucks. And I'm like, okay, what's good? What's good? Let's look for good.
That's funny. That's funny. But I don't know. I mean, it's just kind of like how, people's personalities roll around, There's days where I wake up the other way, but most days it's that for sure.
Hmm.
And even sometimes, if you can believe this, I can actually stay positive all the way through the day. I don't know. Sometimes it happens.
Well, that's great. That's a kind of a good conversation for our mini Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah.
Right. Because we should just keep trying to learn to be grateful for what we have instead of complaining about what we don't have or what could go wrong in the future.
Right. All these awful things. What is it? That's what worrying is, right? Worrying is basically just, thinking about how things could go wrong in the future, even though they haven't yet. Right. There's a difference between planning and worrying, but it's a thin line.
The worst. It is the worst, and it is so pointless.
I know.
I don't know. There's some instinctual ties back to our prehistoric memories or some joke, but It's so pointless.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to sometimes, you have a big presentation, or, you have a big talk with the client. You're trying to do something new for the very first time. You're going to be a little anxious about it because you've never done it before, and that's okay. But yeah, it's like, I always try to remind myself, like, like, no matter what, your worst moments end, right? They always end. There's never, your worst moment doesn't last forever. It just doesn't. It can't. Your worst day doesn't.
Mhm.
So if you're giving a presentation, if you're giving like a speech, if you're on the phone for the first time with somebody, even if it goes poorly, it'll be over, in
I
half
know.
an
And
hour.
usually the worst case scenario is you're just very forgettable.
Yeah.
Like you could be like the third person in a lineup of 6 presenters and the other ones are all great and you sucked. You know what happens? Everyone forgets about you.
Yeah. Everyone forgets about it. Except for you.
No
You're
one
the
walks
only.
away going, man, those were all good except Nick. He sucked. He
Yeah.
was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't
They
know.
just
I
go,
mean,
who was that
sometimes,
last person? I don't know.
right. Right. And it's like, what is it? Like we talked about the moth before, like those storytelling things, right? It's 10 people going up and tell a
Yeah.
story. You remember the really great ones, but like, so you don't remember the other ones. That's fine. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have a good time? Did you do something that was outside of your comfort zone and finish? That's the other thing. It's like comedy's the same way, right? Like if people are like, oh, comedy's so hard, but you did it. Who cares if they laugh? You did it. It would be nice if they did. It would be nice if they laughed.
Yeah.
But who cares?
Oh no, I judged another comedy show last weekend and
Oh, really?
yeah, super fun. And the other judge is a radio host here in Syracuse in the mornings and he does comedy sometimes, but he's like, yeah, I just do it every once in a while just to kind of, work on that skill. He's like, it doesn't matter if people, even if they don't laugh, like it's just at least I came up and I practiced.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really cool. He's like, yeah, have you done it? I was like, no, I've done improv. He's like, I should just do it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
okay,
would agree.
I'll just get up
I
here
would
and
agree.
throw out some jokes. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, like you think about it, right? There is nothing more, I guess, socially naked than being up there by yourself and having no one laugh at what you just said, right?
Right.
There's nothing worse. But you still have time. Like when you bomb on your first joke, there's still 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes left of you on stage. And you might destroy the whole room by the end. But you're still there. You're still up there doing it. That's still the kind of part that it's fun. I don't know. Even
Yeah.
if it's terrible, you just kind of go, okay, that sucked. Let's roll, you know, and let's move on. Let's get better. How do we get better? But yeah, just doing it itself is an accomplishment. Truly, it is.
Right.
So now I expect Laura to do this. We're gonna prep. We're gonna prep
Oh,
you.
I
If you
shouldn't have
want to
said this
do
out
it,
loud.
if you want to do it, we'll give you some tips.
I might someday,
Yeah.
that's my whole thing now is just whatever.
This may shock you. You should plan it.
Plan
Plan
it.
what you're gonna say. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
you just like you would do for any other presentation. Plan what you're gonna say. uh don't overplan it. Don't think too hard. Don't try to memorize every word. The same thing with any presentations. The same exact thing. Just plan it. Think about it. It's a job. Writing those jokes it's a full-time job. And a good comic will take 6 months to write a great joke. Right?
Okay.
You're not even trying to do that. You're just trying to get a laugh. That's your first goal. One laugh, one snicker, one sympathy, one pity laugh. Who cares why they laughed? And you're just like, oh, that's so bad. Even that's a reaction. That's a reaction. That's good. It's much better than just dead silence. So you should do it.
Okay. Well, you just told me I have at least 6 months to prepare a joke. So
No. That's to make it great. That's to make it great. And you can't make it great without an audience. You have to do it a lot of times. You got to go up front and 5 times a week.
So I keep because of my age and other things, even though I think in the movie she's probably younger, but all I can think about is Sally Field in that movie about her trying to become a comedian in her later. You don't even know this? That's how old I am.
I have no idea what that
Okay.
is.
Well, Thanksgiving, you'll have a couple days off.
Yeah.
I definitely have some movie homework for you. I think we've
Okay.
talked about some you have probably for me.
Yeah. Just Die Hard, right?
So
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a great movie, though.
I do have to go and look at the title of it. But yeah, that and the Burbs you're watching over Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, The Burbs. Yeah, I will definitely. Punchline. That's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
That was
Is Tom
my
Hanks in
quick
that?
research. What's that?
Is Tom
Yeah, he
Hanks in
is.
that?
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
in it. Oh. So it must be good.
Yeah. Two Tom Hanks movies you need to
I was
watch
about to
then.
say there's a theme here. I'm noticing. John Goodman as well. How about that? I have never heard of this movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Weird.
But anyway,
I'm
that's this movie you'll understand. This movie paints my picture of me like trying to do this now.
Yeah, I mean, so okay, it's a great thing to bring up. I would also argue this, right? So, one of the people in the comedy scene in Raleigh is, I don't know, in his 70s, 60s, and he gets laughs. Had a good set. We had somebody in the scene years ago who has since passed away, who was genuinely funny as a 70-year-old man. He was just funny, and his style, his jokes, they fit him perfectly, which really is all that matters. It's like he had a perspective. He would tell jokes about, he's like, I'd love to go on a date, but I can't, walk through the door or whatever. He would just have silly jokes about being old, and he's like, there's some things that I love doing, or at least I used to, and it's cute and it's funny and it made people laugh. And he was an old man. It does not matter. Age is just a number. If you want to get to Hollywood, it matters. Like, they don't care once you get over 40. But that's not really the point. The point is to be funny. You will.
Okay. Well, it's Thanksgiving, so I'll be grateful for the opportunity to flop.
And for those that care about you, to bring you back up. Right?
Yes. So this Thanksgiving, think about what can you be grateful for failing at, and eat a lot of really great food with your fam.
Absolutely, 100%. Hope everybody has a great one.